Joel describes the last army before the great and terrible day of the Lord. He says the Spirit will be poured out. That's what the legacy will look like. And he gave us a transgenerational look of what the last army will say. He said it will not be young people only. It will not be old people. Now millennials are running away from God. It's okay. There is a day of his power. In that day, there will be no generation that is not willing. Because Joel said, the young men, they will prophesy. The literal word there is to burble up. They will burble. Every time they open up their mouths, it will burble in divine utterance. Then it says the old people, the ones that are full of years, advanced in years, it says they will dream dreams. If you know anything about the prophetic, you will know that there are two types of the prophetic when it is released. There is the seeing prophet and there is the speaking prophet. Joel is describing that the legacy, the last legacy, before Jesus comes and reveals his full kingdom, will be a combination of two kinds of prophetic company. One group will be the speaking prophets. The scripture calls them young men. It will not be a description of their age. It will be about what prophetic dimension they are moving in. It says they will prophesy, so they will be speaking prophets. Then it says the old men, they will be known as the seeing prophet, because every time they shut their eyes, God will give them unusual pictures that will create a map for an entire generation to move into what God has and never make mistakes. If you know anything too about the prophetic, you will know that the speaking prophet always needs the seeing prophet. Always needs the seeing prophet. And so the young men will be burbling up in prophecy. When they prophesy, they will prophesy mysteries. When the old men come, in the pictures that God gives them, the mysteries will be demystified. The mysteries will be understood. So young men will go to old men, not for fables or traditional proverbs. They will go with a prophecy and they will collect pictures that explain the prophecy. That's going to be the last legacy. Because the old men will see, they will dream, but the young men will speak, and they will speak of things they don't know, things that are more than their age. But God would have surrounded them with people. You see, what it takes to speak is strength. If you're strong, you will speak long. What it takes to see is years. Your visions are only as clear as the bank of experience that you have. So to the people who have accumulated years, he will give them pictures. To the people who have strength, he will cause them to burble. That's the legacy. That's what you saw on display in this service. There is rising in the midst of us as we prepare to fully represent Jesus in this generation, a combination in the prophetic that is preparing us. I'm a very good example of it. I have more prophetic revelation than I have experience. It will take the combination of that which prophesies and that which sees into the prophetic realm to put a compass in our hand. The world is too dark. We need that light that comes from what is seen and what is spoken. Young people, God will give you unusual strategies. He will inspire you. You will be prophetic in your inspiration. But he's also going to send you to older people who have, you call it wisdom, you call it experience, but really, it's the eye that can see truly what God's intent for the thing that was revealed is. And that's why we honor our elders in this house. You know, you look at me and you say, oh, that's the pastor of the church, young man. Well, that's what you see on the front. At the back, no serious major decision in the ministry is made until I have consulted with the elders. Because I know that in Joel's army, the speaking prophet will submit to the seeing prophet. And then there will be an outpouring this world has never seen before. Young people, don't go ahead in anything God has shown you, except he has, in his mercy, connected you with somebody. And you are willing to pay the price of subscription. You're not a liability, you're not a problem. You are somebody who knows that this army is not going forward because anybody is smart or skillful, but because the generations have aligned in a legacy that God can trust. God is not going to trust old people only. He's not going to trust young people only. He's going to trust the combination. Let's not live in a concussion. Let's live in a combination of many generations serving the Lord together.